Mango passengers countrywide have been dealt a heavy blow following the suspension of Mango flights from flying into or out of all airports that are owned by the Airports Company of South Africa this morning. The suspension is due to the low-cost airline's failure to pay for airport fees it owes ACSA. It's not yet known exactly how much Mango owes ACSA, but it could run into millions of rand. Mango is a subsidiary of South African Airways, which itself has been grounded for more than a year and a half due to financial difficulties. Mango is currently in talks with the Department of State-owned, with the Department of Public Enterprises to find a way out of its current predicament. Meanwhile, frustration among passengers, some of whom have been stranded since 6 o'clock this morning, is boiling over.
They should have let us know that we will get refunds or be transferred to another flight. That's what they are saying now that we are here. As you can see, everyone here is very frustrated. We are very angry at Mango because getting here only to find out that I can't go home and my flight is supposed to be going at 12:15. So we are very frustrated, yes.
No notification, no prior notification of cancellation of flights, little or no information. ACSA, the guys downstairs here, have tried their best to keep us informed. Mango's been nowhere to be found in terms of giving us information or what's happening with the flights, or whether they are going to be able to give us these flights later on, or whether we have to now apply for a refund. I've even phoned the call centre, and the call centre is literally non-available. It just cuts the line off straight away. So I think, like myself, like most people are sitting here left a little bit stranded, don't know what's going on at the moment.
I just feel betrayed. Lack of transparency, and people just like really hiding behind stories, not telling us the truth. We've been here since 6:30, and I've got 4 SMSs already changing the times every 5 minutes, like an hour. So which I just feel it's so unfair.
Well, for more on this story, we cross to our reporter Mbongeni Muthwa, who's at OR Tambo International for us. Mbongeni, just looking at that clip there, no doubt you're the one who actually interviewed those people. They are clearly fed up. What's the situation now?
Well, Nombo, I wish I could report that maybe things have improved for the passengers, but unfortunately they haven't. There's been no movement whatsoever. No new information whatsoever from Mango to these stranded passengers here. I'm going to step out quickly so that you can have a look. There's the people here, they are sitting around. Some of them have been sitting around since 6 a.m. This morning. Others have now had to go and grab something to eat, some lunch, maybe downstairs at the food court. Some have small babies with them. Others are traveling with children. And they say the most frustrating thing is the lack of information as to exactly what is going to happen. Are they going to be refunded? Are they going to be put on other flights? Previously, with problems, when SAA was running into problems and flights were cancelled, stranded passengers, and it's an international norm, actually. Sometimes they would be put up in a hotel, while arrangements are made for them to continue their journeys the following day. If that is an option for some of these people, no one knows, because up until now, there is just no information coming through. We have tried to make contact with the spokesperson of Mango. Currently, the phone is not being answered. We've made contact with the spokesperson of the Department of Public Enterprises, who's confirmed to us that there are discussions happening at the moment between DPE and the boards of SAA and Mango. But those discussions, it seems, are not focused on what to do right now about the current situation right now, especially with the passengers. They are about what they call the repositioning of the SAA subsidiaries, of which Mango is part, and there's HFs, and then there's SAA Technical. We know that those subsidiaries, all of them, are in financial difficulties. They've been struggling to pay salaries, for instance, HFs and SAA Technical. So the discussions are about the overall picture with regards to what happens to these subsidiaries. But in terms of the immediate problem that the stranded passengers are facing right now, sitting around like this, and it seems like they're going to be sitting like this until the end of the day, and who knows what's going to happen when night comes. But to talk about this situation more, I have the General Secretary of the Dynamic People's Union of South Africa, Mr. Mashudu Rapecha. I'm sure some of our viewers may be familiar with him. He used to be the president of the National Transport Movement. He is no stranger to the goings-on at SAA, Mango and subsidiaries. Mr. Rapecha, it's a pleasure to talk to you again here. Unfortunately, it's not a good day. This situation has arisen. You, as the union, you are familiar with the goings-on in Mango and at SAA. What is your reaction to the developments that are happening right now?
Thank you, Mbongeni, and thank you and good afternoon to the viewers out there. Our biggest problem is our members, because our members are facing a reality of having their salaries to be suspended for 2 months. And what we're currently seeing here is not a good picture for South African Airways. We kept on calling upon the shareholder to ensure that they synchronize the reporting line of what is happening at Mango and at SAA as a group. So we can already see that the SAA is crumbling because of the situation that is finding itself in. You have just mentioned the fact that the same situation is happening at SAT, the same situation is happening at HFs. And this is a concern to our members, and many of our members are panicking as we speak.
What kind of impact are we talking about? If Mango is grounded as it is now, and as I've been reporting as well, there is no indication that this situation is going to be resolved somehow. Money is going to be made available. I understand that also Mango, I'm reliably informed that Mango owes ACSA up to 250 million rand. It doesn't look like that situation is going to be resolved today. So what's going to happen with your members, and especially, the workers and even other workers who are connected to Mango flying, like the poachers and those people? What kind of a situation are they facing?
The situation is very worse, but the office of the General Secretary of the Dynamic People's Union of South Africa, we've made a contact with the representative of the shareholder at the shareholder level. We are confident that we will meet with them before end of business today or try to get a firm decision. But we are hopeful that the amount that is owed to airport companies South Africa and ATNS and so on will be able to be found, so that workers can then have peace and ensure that SAA flies again. You can already see that SAA is missing, and this is a direct knock of the business rescue process that is currently happening. And we are afraid that the CEO of Mango has also threatened to go into voluntary business rescue. And we know that business rescue is a difficult thing, and we do not want Mango to go through that process once again. The money is allocated. There is 2.7 billion that is part of the 10.5 billion that was approved. Let that money be spared or distributed to all the subsidiaries.
Well, talking about that money, I understand that there has to be a parliamentary process, a special appropriation bill that has to be passed by Parliament to release that 2.7 billion rand tranche, which should be used for the recapitalization of the SAA subsidiaries, which is Mango, HFs, and SA Tinkel. But that process could take months still. So it doesn't look like even the shareholder is going to be able to come up with 250 million rand by the end of today.
I think, Mbongeni, the other point is that we are talking about the shareholder. They knew about this situation when SAA began its business rescue. When the creditors voted, they knew that there would be this situation. And we look at this point and look at it as something that is not new. So what is required now, it's an urgent injection of money. And I understand that the parliamentary process must still go, but there's always a way that this money can be found for sake of the 700 employees who work for Mango, and who also have got 5 dependents whom they have to feed. Workers are now tired. Mbongeni. Workers are suffering. It is no longer an issue of a joke or something like that. It's an issue of them losing what they worked hard for.
Well, I'm afraid we're going to have to leave it there. But thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Well, Nombo, at this point, as you can hear, lots of frustration, lots of questions, but again, so far, very little in terms of answers and, of course, a solution to this predicament. It's back to you.
Thanks very much, Mbongeni, for that report. Mbongeni Muthwa reporting from the OR Tambo International Airport. Let's take